Parasite is the highest grossing film in South Korea, and its reception was overwhelmingly positive. It completely blew up in the Western world after receiving 4 Academy Awards, which some people weren't too happy about.
I don't know what Parasite is. I don't give a shit about Parasite. It's fine. It won Best Foreign Film. You know why? Because it's a goddamn foreign film.
It definitely arrived at the right time. South Korean media is quickly integrating with Western media, with the increasing popularity of Korean dramas, Korean pop, and Jimin oppa. However, these things typically aren't popular with older crowds, and by older crowds I mean people over the age of 12. No shade, it's a joke. Obviously, what popularized Parasite was the fact that it won 4 Academy Awards. The Oscars are basically just a huge annual advertisement designed to drive interest towards films. It drove a huge amount of interest to Parasite. They definitely made Parasite more accessible to, general audiences and the mainstream audiences. People who wouldn't have shown any interest in it or wouldn't have even heard of it gave it a chance, and the reception was great. I'm not saying Parasite owes all of its success in the West to the Oscars. In my opinion, it's a great film. Maybe it was even an instant classic. It definitely still would have been successful here if it hadn't been nominated for those awards. It was more successful because of the interest driven to Parasite. The Oscars are the reason that it was shown at your local Odeon. The reason that people who otherwise would have seen that it had subtitles and just completely written it off gave it a go. But I guess subtitles and the fact that it was in a foreign language was also the reason that people were so angry that it won 4 Academy Awards. In my opinion, the fact that it's in Korean adds to the charm in a way. It's definitely worth overlooking the language barrier. The visuals are good, the structure and the story are great. I advise anyone who saw that it's in a foreign language just to try and ignore the initial culture shock. Past that, it's definitely a good film. It's made such a splash in contemporary culture. I've seen a lot of people complaining about the fact that Bong Joon-ho, a Korean director, made the acceptance speech for his Korean film in his native language, which is Korean. My guy, I'm not trying to insinuate anything here, but this does smack of ignorance. At least watch the film if you're going to criticize it. So, the world loves Parasite, and for a good reason. Obviously it has its flaws, but on the whole it's a decent film. Just to disregard it so quickly seems silly. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but remember that my opinions aren't the objective truth. I'm open to criticism, but please go about it in a civil manner. Don't be an arsehole in the comments. No one likes that person, but that's my take on it.
아 잠깐. 제시카 외동딸 일리노이 시카고 과선배는 김치모 그는 이사촌